Hi guys, so Endgame Gear finally released a small mouse, the OP1WE, and I've been using it for the past 2 weeks non-stop. Let's start with the shape of this mouse, and straight away I will say that this mouse has one of my favorite claw grip shapes that I've used. The length of the mouse is 118mm and the width at the middle of the sensor is just 53mm. Lengthwise the mouse is almost the same as the Viper Mini and pretty much the same as the M42 from Xtrfy, but widthwise it's 2mm more narrow than the M42 and a bit more narrow than the Viper Mini. The mouse has a fairly aggressive back hump, but it's not positioned super far back, so you can get a very comfortable claw grip with it. Also, the sides are pretty flat, starting from the center of the mouse and continuing all the way to the front, unlike on the hourglass type of shape of the Viper Mini. This way you have plenty of room for your fingers to sit, so this mouse will suit a bunch of different hand sizes nicely. Grip styles I can pull off on this mouse are aggressive claw grip and also fingertip grip. These both feel very natural to do with this mouse. Closest mouse from my collection shape-wise is the M42 from Xtrfy, but there are plenty of differences in hand feel. The higher hump on the M42 feels a bit more like holding a ball because the hump is located more on the rear and also is a bit more rounded. The M42 curves a lot more outwards on the front, so it feels wider in hand. But I would still say that if you like the M42 and are waiting for a solid shell version of it, you probably would like the OP1WE, maybe even more than the M42. Oh, and one awesome design choice I like very much on this is the sidewalls. For example, on the Viper Mini, my fingers sometimes get between the clicks and the sides, but when the sides are like this, with the side walls, the problem is no more. And build quality on this mouse is yet again perfect. There is no creaking or flexing whatsoever, and the sideways wobble on the main buttons are like super minimal. Maybe the smallest I've seen on a mouse. The mouse weighs 58 grams, so it's right below the 60 gram mark, and it is a nice weight in my opinion. The coating is also yet again the best I've felt, and it's this rubberized feeling grippy coating Endgame Gear uses. It is the same coating as on the XM2WE. It is a fingerprint magnet, so if you are someone who likes to commit crimes, don't leave this mouse at the crime scene if you don't want to get caught. There is also one feature on the mouse that I know I'm really stoked about and would like to see other manufacturers do this also. The screws that hold the mouse together are not covered by the skates. That's right, you can open up this mouse without having to replace your mouse skates. They did this mainly because they also sell some lighter bin switches for this mouse, which you can swap without soldering. Pretty neat, I'd say. Speaking of the switches, they are the same as on the XM2WE. They are the Kale Go opticals and are pretty stiff switches. They have loosened up a bit during these couple of weeks of usage, but are still on the stiffer side. So if you like lighter switches, you can try the additional switch set I mentioned. I also have no bad things to say about pre or post travel, so yeah, they are tuned nicely. All the other buttons and also the scroll wheel are also pretty much spot on. The side buttons are snappy and positioned nicely. The scroll wheel feels just the right tactility and smoothness, and even the scroll wheel click feels nice and is not too hard to press. The wireless performance is also the exact same as on the XM2WE, so it has the 3370 sensor together with the Comp X MCU, and the motion delay is around 1 milliseconds more than my control unit. The polling rate is also very stable and feels fine to use. Gaming with this mouse has been really fun, mainly because I feel so damn accurate with this thing. It is just a super solid package for the price, with an awesome shape, great coating and wireless performance that there is not much to complain about. The pricing of this thing is also pretty spot on, and you can get it at 85 euros or $90. If you want the lighter clicks, you can get those for around 15 euros or $10. So even with those, it is a great buy in my opinion. I personally have been waiting for ages for Xtrfy to release a non-hold wireless version of the M42, and with the Endgame Gear OP1WE, I feel that I don't need that anymore. So yeah, there is not much else to say about this mouse. It is a damn well built mouse with an awesome shape. I like it. It's gonna be on my main rotation together with the Viper Mini Signature Edition. And honestly, I feel like I prefer this shape more than the Viper Mini shape. But yeah, that's about it. See you on the next one. Goodbye.